We have an honored guest. Delegate Herring is here, and she made it a special trip today. She was not intended to be here, but just as a brief ask, I got to meet her last week, and she shifted everything in her schedule to be able to come and join us. What I wanted her to be able to speak is to that next level. We need to support the individuals that we have in our House, in both chambers, because this is the year that we're going to make some significant changes.
Yeah.
Significant changes are the following. The first thing is we're going to pass that daggone ERA.
Yeah.
People don't understand about ERA, and I will tell you, I want to plead ignorance. I thought we took care of that stuff in the 80s.
Right? I thought so too.
I swear to God, I remember hearing this, and now we're like, what are we talking about? How is this not already the law? We need to raise our game and be invested and understand why it's so important. The importance of that is the following. Because different states have different protections for women. It's not just a women's issue, it's a family issue, it's a community issue. But we have to make sure that we can pass that so that it becomes a constitutional right, that we actually get named in the Constitution. Because right now, I know we're like 51% of the society. We're not even addressed in the Constitution. You're like, well, ain't that some stuff? But anyway, that's the way it is. So we're going to pass that. The other thing that impresses me about Delegate Herring is she's been on the forefront of the criminal justice and the reforms that we need to make. We can do certain things on a local level, but we need our partners on the legislative level to be able to do that. So it is my honor. Thank you very much.
Yes.
So you'll be able to come and attend. If you wouldn't mind just come and speak to our group.
And thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to speak, and I'm here for you. And I want you all to know just why it's so important that we elect you to. And I got to first tell you two things that led me to public service that happened in my life that, I never imagined, being elected or trying to, be in elected office. One is at 10 years old, a burning cross was put through my family's windshield. And I remember the fear that I felt and the anger that I felt at that time. And the other thing is that I was homeless at the age of 16 with my mother. We lived in a homeless shelter and was able to get out. If it wasn't for a state program, I would not have gotten to George Mason University. Certainly would not have been standing here in front of you. Certainly would not have been the first woman to chair a caucus in that House chamber. And also, and the first African American ever to chair a major state party in the Commonwealth of Virginia when I chaired in 2013. So I've served in the legislature since 2009. And at that time, people weren't really talking about criminal justice reform. And we still have a system with solitary confinement that's happening in Virginia that's not good. We have extensive penalties for possession of marijuana that's ruining people's lives, which is not good. And so it's good that the conversation is changing. But what's important is when we flip that chamber, we need people at the base level and Commonwealth attorneys that understand and believe that, yes, in Virginia, there is a school-to-prison pipeline. We are jailing too many of our young people. And there have been laws that have been passed to increase penalties on the youth. And yes, we want to keep our communities safe. We want to make sure that we are safe. But at the same time, there are smart ways to execute criminal justice in the Commonwealth of Virginia, and we can do so much better. So I thank you, Buta, for giving me the opportunity to speak to you, to your crowd, and it's a huge crowd. Those of you with phones, I hope you scan, because it's incredible. And I am so looking forward to your campaign and working with you. And thank you all for being with her.